Today I'm going to do my most disappointing and worst books of 2020. So I only actually have a few of these, you know, because I'm like not really an opinionated bitch or anything. I'm feeling a little saucy today. Okay. I'm getting to it. I'm scrolling. It's still going. Here we go. So the first disappointing book. So this is the last book in a series. And I wasn't all that impressed with book one. I thought that it had cute ideas. The second book though, the political intrigue, blew me away. I don't care about the relationship in this, unlike other people. It's the Cruel Prince trilogy by Holly Black. So I was really impressed with like the twisty turniness of the king of the king of, oh crap. So the Cruel Prince, the king of the Wicked King. Ha! I know things. I wasn't impressed with with the Cruel Prince as much as I was with the Wicked King, so I thought that the series would progressively get better. It didn't. I just found the last book to be sort of mediocre, and that was disappointing. I'm really glad I didn't spend money on it. I just didn't really find myself caring. I thought that the whole what happens to Carden was kind of stupid, and just thought that there wasn't enough like gasp shocking moments that I was really hoping for. I just didn't care at the end. I really did not. And that was disappointing because the Wicked King really leaves you like at the end, and it had so many betrayals and twisty turns. It was disappointing. So that was my first. Did I seriously hit back after I scrolled Rachel, you dumb bitch? I think that a lot of people were pretty disappointed with The Queen of Nothing. Did I even say the name of the book yet? No. I think a lot of people were disappointed with it. It just wasn't the finale that a lot of people were hoping for. It didn't really do things, did it? Okay, this is a hot take because people seem to love this book and I don't get it. I don't get it. It's Love Boat Taipei. What the fuck? I gave that 1.5 stars. Here's the thing. I really loved the idea of Ever loving to dance and be like, you can't take away my dreams, Mom and Dad.
Abandoned warehouse, pin up feelings, footloose it. Don't tell me not to dance, Dad.
Like, you know, teen angst. I get it. I dig it. I was angsty once, like 15 years ago. Oh, Love Boat Taipei. Okay, so this is about Ever Wong, and her parents don't want her to be a dancer. They want her to do professional things, and they send her to Taipei for the summer, and she ends up being at Taipei Love Boat camp thing with a guy who she has like weird jealousies of, and then gets into like a love square, and there's emotional cheating, and there's physical cheating, and there's very, very bad mental health rep done by more than one character, more than one character, including like suicide ideation, and it's okay that we are emotionally cheating because his girlfriend is suicidal, and what? Horrible. Oh, and there's revenge porn? What? From her friend who she's known of all of a month, and then they forgive each other because friendship? What? I hated it. I just, nope. I don't like it. Oh, I hit back again. Oh, son of a nutcracker. Okay, what's the next one? I have a feeling I can guess, but I don't want to be wrong. You know what? Let's do a fun thing where we talk about not only the books that disappointed me, but the authors that disappointed me. Let's do that. Let's get a little spicy. What was next? Ugh, I remember now. Okay, speaking of bad mental health rep, Eliza and Her Monsters. What the fuck was that? First of all, her getting suicide ideation and thinking about committing suicide in the same place where her crush's dad committed suicide. What? Really uncomfortable with that. Furthermore, I just was disappointed in, I was promised like a huge like fandom. I could not tell you jack shit about that fandom that Eliza created because it was not explained well in the book. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Horrible. Didn't like it. 2 stars. I don't know why people like that book. I really don't. I can just tell you what the next thing was because I saw it. It was The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. Listen, I was promised Slytherin romance, and what I got was stupidity. So what had happened was she murdered the first person that she ever loved. That was fun. Then she's like, you know what? I kind of want to be queen. Why does she want to be queen? She just wants to. She doesn't have any good ideas. She just feels like, you know what? There could be a queen position and I could fill that position. What? So she's like, I know, I shall woo the Shadow King and I shall take his place after I murder him. And you're like, okay, but why? Like, why? And there's like a whole bunch of obstacles that happen that, no, there's no obstacle. No. This book had no stakes. Just, if you like nonsense and dress descriptions, you will like that book. Can't relate, hated it, 2 stars. I think I have a review. I do have a review. Yeah, not a good book, not good. What else I got in here? Should I have made a list? Yes, that would have kept me a little organized, but organization, I don't know her. Just, oh, there it is. Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I know that this is probably like in theory really cute, but I was so bored. I was so bored and I was just like, oh, this man is broody for reasons. And they're, you know, they kind of have like a thing going on when they're cosplaying, dressing up for Renaissance Fair, and then when they're not, he's brooding and doesn't like her. And it's like, yeah, but I don't care. I don't care. I just didn't care. And that I think is why I'm like trying to use 2021 to like redeem romances for me, because I was just like, oh, I really wanted to care and I didn't. The next one, oh, Dark Dawn. Well, first of all, I'm done with Jay Kristoff. Speaking of authors who fucking disappoint me. Yeah, so I just feel like just needless sex scenes, needless love triangle when it could have just been a poly relationship and that would have been fine. And in fact, that would have been great. Like, why did we not do that? And just needless death only to get like retconned, and just made me retroactively hate the entire rest of the series. I just will never reread. Really disappointing third book in a series, which may be between that and Queen of Nothing why I am having trouble finishing series now, because I don't want to be disappointed by third books. Why can't the writers just write the things and have me give them 5 stars? I realize that that is a ridiculous sentence. It's not like I write anything. The next one. The next one, and I gave Dark Dawn 3 stars, and I gave this one 3 stars. It was Bonecryer's Moon. This sounded cool in theory, where it's like you're fated to kill the man you love because there's like this clan of women and they have these witchy powers and they have to ferry the dead, but in order to come into their powers they have to kill the man that they are like destined to be with. It was just a little too young for me and a little too just had very little depth. It was sort of shallow, and I didn't like the girl hate in it. I just don't like love triangles. There's just needless, and they are always pitting women against each other, and I don't feel like we need any more of that in the universe. Thank you. Not gonna do any more in that series. All done. I'm all done. Thanks. Another 3-star. Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This was a problem of I liked contained stories, and this does not have one. This is an overarching plot, apparently in 3 books. No likey. Don't want. No, I need contained stories in books. I need there to be a point to me reading an entire book. Not, oh, you'll get to the point 2 books later. No, I need the point now. I need the point right now. What's the next disappointing one? Ugh, The Beautiful by Renee Audier. Kill me. Oh God. Okay, so this was like so atmospheric and I loved the dress descriptions, but my God, if I had to listen to the main character talk about, oh, I came to New Orleans because I'm a murderess and I'm a bad person, and then she's like always like, well, I shouldn't go into danger. And then literally like, she's like, where's the danger? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I gotta run straight after it. And then she's always getting herself in trouble and then gets mad that her friend, it just is stupid. It's so many good ideas and just wasted good ideas. Man, I'm making myself thirsty. Okay, first on the list of authors who disappointed me, the author of Period Power by Nadia Okamoto. First of all, most of this book is plagiarized, which I found out after reading another period book. She literally just lifted a bunch of shit from, what's her name? Jennifer Weiss Wolf, Period's Gone Public. Like literally just lifted things straight off the page and just like, boink, put them in her book. But also come to find out, Nadia Okamoto did some racism and stole from black women in the period justice movement, and just a whole mess. Just really fucking disappointing. I guess I can just tell you author number 3 who disappointed me, and that was Isabel Ibanez, who decided to do racism as well. I loved the book Woven in Moonlight. It has my favorite trope in it, which is the decoy trope. And she decided to write a whole book based on her own anti-indigenous thoughts, apparently. That was what that was, and I didn't know until I watched Lowe's video from Low Reading Things. I will link it down below. Go watch it. White people, we're not going to have the discussion about whether or not it's racist. We're just going to listen to people. The many people who are telling us, yes, white people, it's racist. The white women on Facebook have really been irking my nerves about Woven in Moonlight. So yeah, that's author number 3 who disappointed me in 2020. Wow. You'd think in 2020 we wouldn't be anti-indigenous, but apparently the white folks, they never hit bottom. And I say that as a white person. What is next? Oh God. The next book that disappointed me was The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. The Ballad of Nonsense and Bullshit. Ballad of what the absolute fuck. This isn't vodka, I just have an attitude. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was a unnecessary prequel to a series that I don't need to know any more about. Like I don't need any more from it. Why did you give me more? It's like I ate an entire 3-course meal and then you were like, hey, do you want an appetizer? No, I do not. I am full now. I am full. I'm full. Why are you handing me mozzarella sticks, ma'am? I cannot eat anymore. I don't even want them. President Snow was insufferable, and then it was about a manic pixie dream girl, and I fucking hate that type of character. And it just was unnecessary and stupid, and it was like 1,000,000 pages long. Why does that book exist? Authors, you don't need to write more in a series. If you write another series, I'll read it. And I know Suzanne Collins can write. I know she can because I've read both the Underland Chronicles, all like what, 5 books of that middle grade series, and I read all 3 books in the Hunger Games, and they were all good. Why did you write a bad book, ma'am? Why did you write a bad book? Why would you do that to me and to you, but mostly to me, ma'am? Oh man, the sass from me today, hey? What else? Oh, yeah, okay. So the next one, guess I'm gonna say words now. That would be good. Okay, so the next one is the Ghostwood Song by Erica Waters. I think that this was my fault because I just picked a bad genre. It's a YA book about ghosts, a girl who her family sees ghosts and they're very like musically inclined. Her dad died a few years ago. Her brother goes to jail for a murder that she knows he didn't commit, and it was just not for me, and I really didn't enjoy any of the characters. I don't I like bluegrass in theory, but on page, not my thing. And I struggle with books with ghosts in them. Like Alatsoe, great. Ghostwood Song, not my thing. So I struggle. God, Goodreads is failing me again. This is the last year that I rely on Goodreads. I swear to God. The next one was Her Body, Our Laws. Okay, so the disappointing thing about this one that I gave like 2.5 stars to, I think I gave Ghostwood Song 2 stars. So the disappointing thing about this one, which is a pro-choice book about how pro-life, anti-choice laws actually affect people both in El Salvador and Chile and in the United States, particularly in Oklahoma. One, I feel like the author dedicating the book to women who run a CPC is fucking gross because CPCs lie to people, and I went and checked out that CPC that she dedicated the book to, and sure enough, bunch of lies on their website, just lying to pregnant people, just telling them medical falsehoods to try to keep them in the dark and sway them over to the side of abortion bad, pregnancy always good. Like, you, God, that's just not, you don't tell people medical falsehoods in order to get them to do what you want. That's fucking gross. So didn't like that. Also felt like what she set out to do with showing how abortion law affects people in Oklahoma, she didn't actually do. So didn't like that. I do have a review. You can go watch it if you are so inclined. I suppose if I remember, I will link it down below, though I'm gonna be honest, I always forget to do that, so yikes. I'm such a good booktuber. The next one was The Deck of Omens, which was the second book in the Devouring Grey duology. I just felt like the ultimate villain was kind of like a, I didn't really care. By the end of the book, I was so bored, and the angst factor went on too long for me. It went on way too long. I was bored, and I felt like it didn't do anything new that it didn't already do in the first book as far as conversation, so I was just really freaking bored. So I gave it, I think, like 3 stars, which was disappointing because I really enjoyed book 1, especially upon reread. Like, I boosted up my reading, and then to have the sequel not be as good was a disappointment. The next one was Sisters of Sword and Song. I have, I had this, I just thought that it would be, I don't know, I thought there would be like more magic, but it was just very like cookie cutter YA fantasy, and the only thing that I really liked about it was the relationship between the sisters, and that's really the only thing that's like memorable from me reading it. I have forgotten every character's name, I've forgotten basically everything. It's about 2 sisters, and one of them gets in trouble for a crime supposedly, but like that gets like retconned, and then and the other one's like, I'll take half her punishment please because love, and that sounded cool, but upon execution it didn't do anything cool. So 2.5 stars for that. How about another author who disappointed me? Where is she? I have to get rid of this. The Hormone Diaries by Hannah Witten. Hannah Witten is a YouTuber, and she did some weird things where I just felt like she could have just, I'll just put it, no, she just said some weird stuff that was like sexualizing people who were like underage, and also doing that whole like thing where white women like fetishize gay dudes, and it was like kind of creepy. And yeah, just a little uncomfortable with that. So that's another author who freaking disappointed me. The next one is the worst fucking book I read this year. The Women's War by Jenna Glass. I have a whole review. This book is fatphobic. This book is not feminist. This book fucking sucks. I'm tired of talking about it, to be honest with you. It's a terrible book. It never should have been written. And I hope it burns in a fire. That's really all I have to say about that. That's it. Then next, and is it the last? It is. It's the last one. Okay, good. Because I think I'm tired of doing this. So the last one is Winterspell by Claire Legrand. I thought that Claire Legrand was my favorite author. I think that she wrote my favorite series, but my favorite author is Elizabeth Acevedo because she never disappoints me. Winterspell is a YA dark nutcracker retelling, and it was terrible. It was, oof, oh no. It was not good. It was so boring and so not atmospheric for being a Nutcracker retelling, and weird and really not good. So I hated it and I gave it 2 stars, and I want to forget that I ever read it. Okay. Those are the most disappointing and worst books that I read in 2020, as well as 4 or 5 different authors who disappointed me greatly. Let me know what yours were in the comments. If you want to support my channel, I will leave a link to my Ko-fi down below. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.